Society. It's Left 4 Dead 2. The green flu. It's southern, deep fried, and bad for your arteries. And everything else. A lot has happened in 7 days, between 1 and 2 in game. As they say,
another day, another
slaughter. More importantly, it's only been a year since Left 4 Dead 1 released, and a sequel is already out. Valve fans riot and protest with torches and pitchforks. Chants begin to start. Valve is selling out. Left 4 Dead is the next Call of Duty. Valve lied. Protest leaders are then flown out to Valve headquarters to actually play the game.
Well, that shut me up.
The boycott is now over. Wait, there's still one more protester outside. We don't want annual releases. Don't make a Left 4 Dead 3.
Okay. Explain to me why that's interesting.
3, as in you've killed 3 heroes.
I don't understand.
Well, we got Left 4 Dead 2. It's got new survivors, infected, weapons, supplies, and setting. Most importantly, it has the grenade launcher.
Oh my god, that was absolute.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Oh!
What the fuck?
It's enough content to warrant a 2 on the title. Looking at you, Blizzard.
Fucking Blizzard!
Also, the UK says this is offensive. Turn it around or the Queen will... Oh, never mind.
Goodbye.
Germany and Australia can't stand the sight of blood, so they censor the hell out of it. No, seriously, look at the difference in the intro.
What the hell?
Valve, being Chads, take out the blood but adds Counter-Strike weapons as compensation.
Even trade, baby.
So what's different from 1 to 2? I thought the first survivors had a happy ending, except for the elderly. Well, there's the rest of the United States of the God-blessed America to explore. The green flu has basically wiped out everything. Military, dead. CETA, dead.
That fat chick at Dairy Queen?
What a pleasure it's been.
Dead.
Everything except
New Orleans.
Where are we now? Savannah, Georgia. The army is evacuating every man, woman, and... Well, we never see children in the series. Realistically, it's so the game doesn't get banned because, you can't show kids and blah blah blah, but canonically the children all got yeeted. The Vanna Hotel rooftop is one of these evacuation centers. 4 survivors get to the roof just as the last evac choppers are flying off, creating the loudest noise in the known universe.
He ain't coming back.
Although there is an alternate universe in the timeline where they got there 1 minute earlier and ended the game before it even started. There's a new batch of 3 dudes and a chick, except more dysfunctional and no comics to back up their backstories. The leader of the bunch, you know him well, eats at Burger Tank or at Taco Bell. A high school football coach with an appetite wider than the boomer's waistline. Rochelle, a news producer that is the least liked survivor. Why? Who knows, but she did have half her voice lines cut by Valve.
Nigga, did I just get you half?
Voice line?
She was also the character that received the most visual revisions in the cast.
There can be only one!
Nick's the prick that'll trick you quick, who's sick of a hick and he don't give a frick. One shade shy of a lunatic, no giving love to a sidekick, just a hottie side chick. You know he's super slick to wet his own dick. Yabla Michael Vick, attitude John Wick, rips like Pickle Rick, drinking like a Jagger Mick. Fight with a flick, a stick, and a kick, and he live spread out like a zombie picnic. And then there's Ellis, a redneck mechanic so obsessed with his best friend that half of his character arc is just talking about Keith. Other traits include homosexual tendencies, heterosexual tendencies, bisexual tendencies, gun sexual tendencies, car sexual tendencies, Jimmy Gibbs sexual tendencies, childlike tendencies, zombie killing tendencies, misfit tendencies, redneck guy you went to high school with now that works at the local gas station tendencies. The 4 get acquainted for the most part.
You call that thing a whirlybird one more time, I'll beat you so bad, your sister's gonna wish she never gave birth to you.
They decide to get to the mall across town. But first, they have to get through a towering inferno. They go out and see infected everywhere. Apparently, they didn't have to fight any zombies beforehand. Because the green flu mutates so much, infected decided to give themselves makeovers for Left 4 Dead 2. Hunter got some really itchy arms, so he decided to rip his clothes up. And he was also arrested.
There's a hunter.
Get this thing off of me! Oh, don't bash!
Smoker got so many tumors and tongues you'd think he was from a cancerous hentai ward. Boomer has a girlfriend now, and yet you don't.
You get no bitches.
Just as big-boned and pukey as her counterpart.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
She has necrosis included, lips not included. Boomer has a bigger beer belly, and male pattern baldness apparently runs in his genes, even though he doesn't run at all, just kind of waddles.
Cut it out! I have a glandular problem.
Speaking of mobility, witches got off their ass and started walking in daylight. Why? Because it's the 21st century, and we want our depression to go. The tank's muscles got so big that they are literally eating the skin off his body for protein. But the old specials are not alone, they have some new friends. How do they come about? Jockey of scoliosis and schizophrenia fell in love and their child came up short. Spitter because most women have stomach issues, so it's only natural the only playable 100% female special infected spews stomach acid.
Excuse me, miss. What's the best? Move in bed.
And the easiest punchline ever, the Charger, because jacking off jokes are always timeless. Specials aren't the only new thing about the green flu infected. Some infected have clothes, or a lack thereof. They aren't quite common, they aren't quite special,
But it comes with a slice of cantaloupe at the end.
and in the campaign that we start off in Dead Center, hazmat units of CETA are all around. They are immune to fire because of their suits, but how'd they get infected if their suits are airtight?
Oh, shit, you alright? It's a balance thing. Whoa, 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 whoa! You got a breach!
Why are there so many CETA agents here anyways? Well, the hotel was a major CETA evac outpost. The first room they check is a military info center pertaining to the green flu outbreak. What's the best information they got? Well, if you look here, fat people become boomers. Thanks, Obama.
Obama!
The elevators are down and inoperable. Gotta use the stairs. Never mind, the hallway is blocked by burning furniture. What is the safest way to get out of a building if debris and elevators are in your way? Precariously walking 5 stories high from a balcony while bloodthirsty zombies sprint and swing at you. The balconies are also the root cause of 90% of rage quits and vote kicks in versus mode.
Yes!
Well, DJ, do it. Yes, he will. No, he's behind us for an insta-kill.
There's a charger behind.
There it is, Corey's done.
Most of the place is on fire. Let's use this huge ass elevator. Why is it so huge for a hotel? Just don't get caught in the door.
Holy shit!
What? That's the first I've ever seen anybody die.
Well, this is unexpected.
That's okay, we can just defib him and he can clip through the map.
Stop shocking me!
They use this time in the elevator to tell each other their names. They open the elevator and then suddenly realize buildings on fire can cause a lot of smoke.
Hey, there's Coach!
Hey, big man!
Shit, we ain't got time for this, man. Get up, get up!
I ain't gonna make it.
Come on your feet!
Bullshit!
CETA worker zombies are spewing out from the fire by the dozens. Everything is destroyed and or burning. Thankfully, the reception area not too far away is completely spotless. The survivors hit the streets, taking the most convoluted routes to get to the gun store. Do you remember the gun store owner from Dawn of the Dead 2004? This is him now.
Oh, hell yeah. I gotta take the grenade launcher.
Ellis, I'll take that gun away from
He agrees to let the survivors take whatever guns they want, uncharacteristic of any Southern man to do.
Normally, when 4 blood-stained looters break into my store, I would shoot them where they stand.
What do you say?
Take anything you need and come upstairs when you're done.
But why?
He says he wants some good old-fashioned cola.
What? Why?
He gonna blow up the truck and clear the way.
Triggering the grocery store alarm, they go inside and find there is no inventory except You guessed it, 1 6-pack of cola. How convenient. Although it is weird that this alarm has not been triggered during this whole zombie apocalypse. They bring the dude his soda.
Shit, I think I accidentally grabbed Diet Cola.
Back, you sons of bitches!
Oh shit!
They make it to the Willamette Parkview Mall. I mean, the Crossroads Mall. I mean, the Monroeville Mall. I mean, Liberty Mall. The door instantly floods infected. The mall is completely empty. Just scant stores, traces of clothes, and stuff around. Just like modern day small town malls. The gang plays a round of eels and escalators.
Hooray! Escalators!
Hopefully the RNG doesn't have them going
Eels.
The only way forward is breaking through a kid store's display glass. There's no way around this. Is this symbology of breaking through the reflections of our childhood?
That's just a theory. A game theory.
No, it's just a store named just for kids. The mall will be completed in 2009. Friendly reminder, today is the 15th anniversary of Left 4 Dead 2.
I ain't gonna die waiting on salvation.
Plans change when they realize there is no evacuation center in the mall. No signs of CETA or anything. What's the new plan? Well, we're gonna cram 4 people into a stock car built for 1 occupant and drive out of the mall. Not that the tank wouldn't have already launched that bitch across the mall, but sure.
Holy shit!
The gas tank is emptier than our chances of ever getting Left 4 Dead 3.
There, right there.
How the hell can they get away in it?
There's gas cans scattered around for just such an occasion.
Apparently, the mall was completely empty, either from not opening yet or from, the green flu outbreak. But thankfully, the infected were gracious enough to leave highlighted gas cans in specific spots. The real reason they want to get away in this car? Because Ellis really wants to get inside the Jimmy Gibbs.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming!
They haul ass and get gas. Stock cars are not known for durability, so let's ram through the front entrance of a mall. The tons of brick, glass debris, and dead bodies won't screw up the car. They travel further down south for a while and don't face any obstacles. How convenient. Gimme Jibs Jr. is stopped by a raised bridge. Who the hell raises a bridge in an apocalypse where infected can climb any surface? These guys! A biker and a college girl beef with Nick while everyone else is pretty chill. They need to get across the river in their car, so they need to lower the bridge. What is the best way to go about that? Should they A, swim, B, climb the bridge, or C, make a ramp and Dukes of Hazzard over the river?
Long about now, I bet that boy wishes he had a parachute. Like a piece of cake.
You stupid.
They should go all the way around and then under the river via a convoluted route. Brilliant! The survivors find a spooky wedding where a bride witch was left at the altar crying. Nick has flashbacks.
That dress, the crying, this brings back.
Infected are courteous enough not to ruin the special day. Just don't turn off the wedding music.
Oh shit!
What the fuck? Honeymoon's over, bitch.
Nick also gets canceled. They find a tattoo parlor and Coach reveals he has tats on his ass.
Hell, I got most of these.
Where?
Shit, it's all south of the border.
We are still waiting for that reveal. The Midnight Riders bus goes zooming by to the shock of Ellis and Coach. Too bad we never got that rumored DLC where we could play as the band members. They venture through a building and cross a rickety piece of 2x4. That piece of wood is able to hold the mass that is Coach. That shit is stronger than the Act Man's jawline. The Under the River tour quickly becomes the Under the Shitter tour as they have to go through, you guessed it, every zombie game has to have it, the sewers.
Nick, you might want to...
Not the time, Rochelle.
Oh man, I found a candy bar. Whoop, false alarm.
Hey, Nick, what's new? Oh, not much. I couldn't drive Jimmy Gibbs' stock car over a bridge, so I'm crawling through a shit-filled sewer so I can lower it. What is that noise?
Coach, is that your stomach?
Bullshit.
Running the most ungodly gauntlet through shit, piss, and tears, they get to the surface. With some extra baggage, they get to the other side and meet up with the other group again. Francis loves Rochelle. Nick hates Francis. Ellie loves Zoe.
Are you alright?
Oh, come on. Jesus, Ellis.
Phil loves generators. Lewis passes the torch of the black guy to Coach.
Orange peanut M&M.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Go. Hey, I told you, bitch, the office is over. You mine now.
Francis contemplates shooting Nick. They ask to team up, but Lewis shuts that shit down.
Wanna come with us? Hell, we can even leave Ellis behind to make room for y'all.
Hey, what?
Thanks. Sounds good, but I think we're gonna stay on our own.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
To lower the bridge, they need to get over 10 gas cans and fill up this generator, after they did just the same thing for the Jimmy Gibbs just a few hours earlier. The previous survivors only had to turn on 3 generators to raise the bridge, although the cost of it was quite a high bill. Only this time, the 3 original survivors actually fight to save people. If only they did that for Bill. With the bridge lowered, they haul ass out of there and leave the other 3 behind. Too bad we never got left 7 dead. They take a long road trip towards Louisiana, saying that New Orleans is probably the best bet for rescue. After seeing that map before, you might as well just go to Texas. There's plenty of guns there, and I don't know, Texas hospitality? That is, until the car has to stop because of bumper-to-bumper traffic. You know, zombies have to work a 9 to 5 too. But if you really think about it, could they not have found another road? You can crash through the front wall of a mall, but driving on the shoulder is where you draw the line at stopping your vehicle? Honestly, they could have skipped this entire campaign. Luckily, there is a secret ending that unlocks on the 10,000th hour of gameplay.
That'd be Whispering Oaks Amusement Park right there.
No! Boy, we're gonna keep moving.
The highway to the carnival looks like Rick Grimes entering Atlanta, only this time, the zombies are actually a threat. They spot a billboard for Whispering Oaks Amusement Park. Shit, I used to go there when I was a kid. A car wreck involving a box truck forces the survivors to go under the underpass. Unless you do this. The hotel decided to falsely advertise itself in the Left 4 Dead 2 trailer. The front road is fenced off, forcing people to go through the hotel for more business. I'm gonna report them to the Better Business Bureau. The hotel also shows a bit of visual storytelling at the pool, with tons of dead bodies filling the empty concrete shell burnt to a crisp, with more gas cans lying around the edge, showing that the military was probably trying to burn the dead to slow the infection. Considering these dead bodies are where an open body of water are supposed to be, I'm going to assume this is where the entire premise for the Back 4 Blood Ridden came from. The carnival grounds are near, maybe we could get some rescue there. We just need to go across this gigantic gorge.
Okay.
Crawling out of the muck, they get up the hill and finally see Whispering Oaks. The safe room has posters of the Midnight Riders, a rock band known for their live shows. Coach and Ellis talk about how awesome they are. Just listen to them.
I'm a bad, bad dog with no house or a home.
But now I've got a conspiracy theory, a confession to make, you might say. But looking at their tour schedule, something does not add up. Most of the places listed on their No Salvation tour for 2009 either don't exist or don't make sense.
The fucker? What's this? Huh?
Harvest, Texas? It's just a 1,200-acre community in Argyle and Northlake that started in 2014, 5 years after this zombie apocalypse. Black Mountain, Texas? Just a literal mountain a few hours north of Marfa, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas? It's not bad, but it is the less successful, cleaner, and forgotten brother of Dallas. Rutherford, Oklahoma? Does not exist unless you count a trail in Tahlequah, Oklahoma that was named after a family in 2021, 12 years after the zombie apocalypse. Waynesboro, Oklahoma? No sign of it unless you count this RV trading website, but it just directs to Glenpool and Slaughterville. Florence, Arkansas? A town so small even Google does not recognize it. Leesburg, Arkansas's only thing I could find on it was a dead website for a resort with photo bucket rips that direct you to a city in Florida. Shreveport, Louisiana? A good place for your grandparents to lose your future inheritance. Baton Rouge, Louisiana? The state capital. At least we are getting some real cities at this point. Cornelia, Georgia? A small town in Georgia with a population of a little over 4,000. Those pyrotechnics would probably nuke the whole city. Griffin, Georgia? A decent-sized town south of Atlanta. But why not Atlanta? I guess because that's Rick Grimes' territory. But this is apparently where the survivors are now, and the events of Dark Carnival play out. Rock Hill, South Carolina? It's a bigger town. Seems legit here. Gulfport, Mississippi? Another big town on the coast. Maybe their schedule is finally on track with real places. Slocum, Mississippi? Well, this is just a law firm in Gulfport, Mississippi, the same town they were just in. Yeah, the Midnight Riders are definitely running some kind of touring or merchandising scam. Cleveland, Ohio?
My name is Cleveland.
Yeah, it's a good thing the green flu outbreak happened when they got to Griffin, Georgia, or else their tour bus wouldn't be running from zombies but from the IRS by the time they finished their set in Gulfport. The survivors enter the carnival looking for rescue. They instead bust a nut, and also shoot pistachios and peanuts to acquire a gnome. How many zombie games can say that?
And look, Ellis, it's Kittyland.
Do I look like some sort of queer to you?
Kittyland is a big open area that is free to explore. If this game was released today, this portion would be a pointless open world section like in Gears of War 5, which, I mean, Left 4 Dead 3 was going to be an open world game before it was canceled. They choose to not hop the fence, and instead go through the back rooms and then go on the roofs. Just hope they don't get charged off.
Gotta go
I can't believe you got that shit.
To get down, they can either go down the stairs or the 2-story kiddie slide.
Dude, hold up.
Yeah!
Spectacular, Coach.
Hey, Nick. Coach can't hear you because he is a dead man.
Nice observation, Ellis.
I'm right behind you.
What
Hey, man. Can't go down the slide without your sack. Barbecue bacon burger.
Speaking of having to go around when they can just climb, a carousel blocks their path. Let's turn on the loudest possible thing in the theme park instead of doing just the slightest bit of lifting of your own body weight. I guess Coach's mass is just too much for the fence to handle.
We don't have time for this. Get up!
What the fuck? God damn.
They get to a tunnel of love. No hanky-panky. This tunnel of love is abnormally large for just a small carnival. Are people expected to clap cheeks to completion in here? Is this what people in Georgia do? To climax their tunnel of love expedition, they all have to squeeze into the same tight hole. They get outside as a helicopter whizzes on by. That's the ticket out of here. The survivor group needs to get through a roller coaster. Now, what's the safest way through? Walking under it ain't gonna happen. If you think walking on the tracks is the way to go, you're crazier than the King of War for trying to copyright strike me last year. No, let's ride the coaster, baby.
I hit it.
Yeah! You got your wish, Ellis. We're on a ride. we're all probably gonna die.
I bet you're right.
Gotta reach for the top. Stay on the mountain. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Stay on that mound, man. That's a.
Hey, okay. That wasn't so bad.
I ever tell you about the time my buddy Keith fell out the roller coaster? Yeah, he didn't drop forward, mind you, just onto the tracks.
Shut up, Alice.
Look out!
Oh, shit!
Move.
Bitch! I
The survivors decide to test their strength. No rule against performance-enhancing drugs here. And then we get to some bumper cars.
Bumper cars.
The safe room is within sight. Just need to hop this fence. Never mind, just gonna go play whack-a-nut. They go through the barns and get on the rooftops to get around to the front of the stadium. Okay, seriously, you're going through the barns, on top of the roofs, and jump down, but you can't climb a fence? Gotta open this ticket booth that for some reason makes a loud noise when it's turned on. Because why not? After that asinine gauntlet, the Midnight Riders apparently had left behind a mostly complete concert with a fully choreographed pyrotechnic show. Now, what do we do with all that?
That'll signal the chopper pilot.
We have to send the gnome to
space!
The music starts playing. 2 full songs play. Are the Midnight Riders just lip-syncing to recorded tracks for live shows?
Sorry to break it to you, Coach, but your heroes lip sync. There's a tape back here labeled finale.
No, they're just saving their voices for the studio, Nick.
First tax evasion, now this? The pilot overhears the rock and swings by. Thankfully, none of the pyrotechnics hit the helicopter. They get away via chopper, and that's the end of the chapter, or campaign. Now, it's a straight shot to Nolans. Actually, no.
Getting really cold.
Coach, hold up.
Damn it.
Everyone gets mad at Nick. What the hell is he gonna do? Let the zombie get its pilot's license?
That's bullshit.
They recollect themselves in a train and go out into the bayous of the least popular campaign.
I fucking love Swamp Fever. That's my favorite map.
That's atrocious and hideous.
They find themselves stopped at a river, unable to move forward. Surely they can just avoid using the pulley boat and swim across, right?
Cannonball!
Stop!
Whoa! Man, what are y'all mad for? This is awesome.
Ellis, watch out!
What?
Waiting for the boat means you have 2 options. Either go to this specific house and wait for a few minutes, or have someone get insta-killed into the water.
No! No! I did good.
The survivors have to dredge through waist-deep, murky-ass water, making you slow as hell for most of the journey. Uncommon infected known as Mudmen run around on all fours, slinging mud at their eyes. Wait a minute. That's not mud.
Tell me it's mud. It's mud. There's carrots in the mud.
A plane pilot apparently attempted to parachute to safety, but he just ended up like the uncle in Jurassic Park 3. His plane crashed in the swamp, conveniently blocking their own path forward. So,
what do now?
Let's go ahead and enter that debris and force open the emergency exit door. No inherent danger there for us. They get to a shanty town. Ah, hell. Most of this campaign is about the same. Let's just fast forward. Wait, hold on a second. Stop right there. Fuck this little rickety-ass bridge and the horde event it spawns. Okay, keep going. They arrive at a plantation that looks like it's straight out of the 1800s. They need to get away, so they find a radio where a guy is floating out waiting to talk to some people. How did they manage to convince this guy Virgil to take them in over the radio? Coach, What did you tell him you would do?
Trust me on this one. You don't want to know. Audrey, don't tell him. You shouldn't have told me, but you did. And now I'm telling you, you don't want to know.
The plantation gets swarmed when Virgil is called, spawning even 2 tanks at once later on. Jesus Christ! What sound or implication caused the infected to dogpile this place more than any other across the series? I mean, literally, there is no sound for them to be swarming here. Is it because of its history? You know.
Because of the implication.
What implication? Slavery.
Virgil was apparently packing heat as he blew up the gate with a rocket launcher. The survivors have to run through murky-ass water one last time to get to the boat. By the way, Virgil is not a human. He is a talking sentient boat, and nothing will ever change my mind. Before they can reach New Orleans, the talking boat runs out of gas. Time to dock at a burger restaurant. Don't take too long getting your supplies outside, or else the Charger's gonna teach you how to swim like a southern dad teaches a toddler. Also, prepare to restart the chapter or get kicked if this happens. The gas station is empty. Time to walk. After being on a boat for so long, the country air might do them some good though.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, shit! I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town.
Welcome to the South, where yard cells have loaded firearms and grenade launchers. How else can you fight hurricanes? The distant sounds of a storm can be heard. Surely nothing can go wrong. A local sugar mill is infested with depressed women. I guess all they want is a little sugar. The mill is a long and winding road. It must have been inconvenient for the people that had to work there, but I guess they can't really hear any complaining with those earmuffs on, and that's why they can't hear pipe bombs. They climb a 3-story concrete structure to get to an elevator at the top that will bring them downstairs. This is another why not just go around instance, but hey, at least we get a nice view of a sugar crop field.
Holy shit! Wait,
please say that got multiple.
After a long ass trek, they finally find a gas station. They fuel up somehow. I guess the cans were already there. Lucky for them, people in the South just leave full gas cans lying around so frequently. The survivors stick these cans on their backs. I wish they could have done that in Dead Center and ThePassing. It would have made things a lot easier. But how did they even holster these? And melee weapons and guns for that matter. They just kind of magically float back there. They apparently took so long filling up the gas cans or picking them up and taking a break that it is now pitch dark, pouring rain, and the crops they just walked through are now completely flooded. Also, they now have to go backwards through the same campaign, but now dark, destroyed, and flooded. This is the only time a map is restructured in Left 4 Dead and reused, minus the passing and the sacrifice finales. Back 4 Blood should have got the memo because I got sick of going through that one part so many times. This part of the map has the least amount of teamwork you will ever see in Left 4 Dead. Once that elevator door opens, it is a speedrun death race. Their brief time filling up gas cans was enough for this sugar mill to fall to pieces, backtracking through the map, turning you into a parkour expert like it's Dying Light. Pretty cool that you can go through different parts of the map in a different way now. The storm has gotten so bad that I'm surprised there are zombies around, and more surprised that the hurricane did not destroy the survivors.
Well, ain't that a load of shit?
damn it! Oh, God!
Later, coach.
Dear Lord, help!
Amen.
Alright, shit! I'm gonna. Thanks.
The storm is so thick and hard to see through that the only option for calling Virgil to come back is to turn on the burger tank sign. This is probably the most American way to call for help. A glowing tank that says burger as a bright beacon in the darkness. You cannot get more patriotic than that, baby. P.S. This is the worst finale map in Left 4 Dead history. The entire place is cramped, wet, and forces you to get on top. Just like your mom. Fighting tanks here is a bitch. So, I guess I'll glitch.
Don't punch me off, please don't punch me off. Okay, he fell down. Hi, buddy. Go up the stairs. He's probably gonna hit me on the way down. Okay, there we go.
The pit stop of a campaign is over as they sail off towards Nolans. The talking boat drops them off in the city of Nolans.
New Orleans, home of pirates, trucks, and boys, New Orleans.
New Orleans is screwed too, as the entire town is already wrecked and flooded with rowdy people. Oh, never mind, that's just New Orleans regularly. But hey, there's zombies. I mean, infected. Oh, hey, a jukebox. Sweet.
Hey, Tom, it's Bob.
Oh, I love this song. And so did the infected.
Here they come!
They get through a bar to a safe room across the street. Fun fact, this entire chapter and the next one were originally going to be just one big chapter, ending right after the bus station, but it was trimmed down so as to not be too long, hence why the static medkit spawns before the tunnel probably exist, and why this chapter feels so short. Also, to make this short experience something that they could put in the Left 4 Dead 2 demo. They have to cut through Bienville Park, based on the real Bienville Square. It's giant, open, and has 3 pathways to take. You and your friends will not stick together here and split off in all different directions, and then someone will get pinned and pissed. They finally get to another CETA evac center, and it is a grim sight. Apparently, even people that were not infected were just outright slaughtered. The military and CETA flat out just gave up trying to save people and just said,
I started blasting. Bang! Bang! Well, I don't see so good, so I missed. Then they ran away. I ran after them.
Okay.
Bang! Try to shoot them in the back. Anyway, you guys all think I'm a hero.
They get inside the military trailer. Thankfully, nothing can get inside this impenetrable room while they can collect themselves.
That window isn't gonna make it.
Ain't nothing.
They have to go through the quarantine zone to the bus station, setting off an alarm that forces them to go through a DMV line of infected. But they kick ass no less and turn off the alarm. They go out from under a bridge to a neighborhood and see a bus has parallel parked the entire block off. Austin Powers must have been driving it. Going over and around and up and down through the trailers, destroyed homes, and broken dreams, they find themselves at a dead end.
Man, we're lost.
No.
Wait a minute. No. There is a way out. It's another goddamn sewer! Surely someone is against this.
Aren't you guys coming in? It's gray water. What the hell is gray water? It's basically piss and shit, so I'm just telling you. You guys are splashed around in millions of gallons of dairy pee. So, are you serious?
Doesn't smell like caca to me, senor.
Okay, I can smell that from here.
They crawl out from the fallout of the sewers and find themselves in the middle of a car lot full of alarms that can go off from the slightest touch. You better tell your friends to be careful.
This bad boy.
After setting off every alarm and slaughtering the entire population of New Orleans, they ascend a bridge and almost get blown up by the military.
Holy shit! Oh my ass.
The army is trying to destroy all routes in and out of the city to cover a retreat and prevent further spread of the infection. They have to navigate the New Orleans Cemetery, an iconic backdrop for the series, and a dynamic map that changes for each playthrough of campaign mode. Fun fact, the reason most of the cemetery is made of tombs and mausoleums is because of New Orleans being below sea level, so as to prevent flooding and high water tables in the soil from flushing out coffins from the earth. They make their way through the French Quarter of New Orleans and find Austin Powers parked another bus, so they have to go through a jazz club that has less instruments and more open areas and pool tables. Going up 3 stories just to drop down from a balcony into a giant square, the foursome finds themselves stuck again. Well, there's a Mardi Gras float just sitting there, despite it being a few months before Mardi Gras even happens.
I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
Well, the survivors could climb a fence to get out, or power on the float, alerting every zombie left over after the Carlock massacre, just so we can casually walk to another balcony from the rooftop. Well, if it works, it works. Just make sure to throw some beads at any boomers, witches, or spitters that are flashing their ghibli goods when you cross.
I'll tell you now, I'm not showing anyone my tits.
I'm sorry, Rochelle. The hell are you talking about?
Look at this.
Whoa! God damn! Jesus, no!
They get to Veterans Memorial Bridge, where supposed evac is waiting for them. Yet only a dead body and a walkie-talkie are waiting for them next to a raised bridge. Boy, these guys just have trouble with running into raised bridges, don't they? They contact the military and then argue if their group is infected or not. Coach reasonably states they are not infected.
Boy, I am covered in zombie blood and puke and eyeballs and 20 other parts I don't even recognize. We are immune as shit.
The military deems them carriers that can be evacuated. So the arrangement is to lower the bridge and haul ass across to the helicopter waiting on the other side before a bombing run occurs.
Piece the cake, son.
Imagine making this entire journey just to get to the last leg of it for a big armed guy to slam you off into the water below and drown. A tank stands in their way to salvation. The only way to fight it is going outside the map, just like my first video that I posted back in 2016.
I'm gay.
They make it across and then pile into the same helicopter that they missed just a few days and states ago. With the survivors safe and secure, the military does what they do best and celebrates big.
Did we do a good job? Yes. Am I gonna smash it? Yes.
Now, what happened after they flew off with the US military?
Oh yeah.
This cola was dying.
No, for real, their fate is unknown and will forever stay that way, leaving it up to speculation from people like me, unless you count them time traveling to Nazi Germany to fight zombies in Zombie Army. Or maybe they crashed somewhere and got caught in a cold stream.
Like that's ever gonna happen. What a load of...
The lights, cue the finale, flip the switch, turn on the lights, let loose, rock it out. I love this music. I love all these notes. Louder, turn on the lights, start the finale, rock it out. Hit the flash pots, we need to amp it up.
Big special shout out to the talented animator Dorklames for creating so many SFMs that were featured in today's video. He created these with my suggestions and put tons of hard work into every frame. Link in the pinned comment below. Also, do you want a Left 4 Dead inspired drink? Well, I'm sponsored by Gamersups and am trying to get my own flavor made alongside my own waifu cup. Hopefully we can make some boomer bile drinks. I can only do that by getting a certain amount of sales, so support me by heading to gamersups.com and buying anything with my 10% discount by using code WOW at checkout. Let's make some Left 4 Dead related goodness happen.